afternoon and welcome to NTA Benin News Update. I am Anwuli Okolo. Engineers in Nigeria are in Benin for the first workshop for Program Evaluators of Out-Based Education (OBE) Engineering Accreditation. It is by the Council of the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN. The goal of the workshop at the Benson Idahosa University BIU is to train and equip the target audience who would form COREN database for accreditation of engineering programs. The OBE will help to empower a workforce that can compete in global economy of the 21st century as it equips learners to transfer academic success to life in a complex, challenging and high technology future. Under this approach, the graduates are completely prepared for the workforce after graduation with relevant soft skills needed in jobs such as communication and human relationship skills. And now the 46th and 47th convocation of the University of Benin is currently ongoing at the Akin Deco Auditorium of the school. The state of the Nigerian university and how it could be boosted to ensure it meets global standard is the focus of the convocation lecture by the keynote speaker Olumide Akpata, president of the Nigerian Bar Association. He wants the education system to synchronize the dynamics of global trends, wants universities to think outside the box, to be more creative, and that when proper education is well utilized, it can change the world. This 47th and 48th convocation will see the presentation of awards of prizes, diploma, degrees and certificates. For more details of this, please join us at 7 p.m. for a comprehensive package of the ceremony. On a courtesy visit in Government House was the newly installed Chancellor of UNIBEN, Torti Professor James Otezalozwa Ayatse. Governor Gordon Obaseki is hopeful that his experience and leadership quality will help to reposition the university education globally.
Discussing tertiary institutions in the post-COVID era, Governor Gordon Obaseki says the strategy used 2 to 3 decades ago for university education might not be applicable today. He says there is need to rejig the university system and how the university system is organized with learning dispatched via technology. The governor re-emphasized his support for the institution to reclaim its land taken by land grabbers.
The challenges of funding universities, particularly the way they were organized and structured through the decades. Every university wanted to be like our own. Therefore, for us, it's quite significant that someone like you is now coming to provide leadership to a major national university. And hopefully, like we've always prided ourselves, you will lead that course in helping us rethink university education in Nigeria post-COVID.
The newly installed Chancellor of the university expressed his readiness to use his 40-year academic experience to the school's advantage. He commended Governor Obaseki for the numerous support for the university.
I've come in high spirits and I'm prepared to partner with you and the university leadership to do all that is necessary and all that is required.
The installation of the Tortiv as Chancellor follows his appointment in July alongside other revered royal fathers as Chancellors of various federal universities.
And new areas and towns should be expected to open up in the state as the state government has pledged commitment to do so. This is coming from Governor Gordon Obaseki when he received management of Benin Club 1931 on a courtesy visit.
With Benin City advancing on all fronts, even with a high density level, Governor Obaseki believes that there is need to open up new areas and towns to depopulate the city. This, he says, his administration has commenced with building people, institutions and putting policies in place. He wants the management of the club to improve on its standard and quality to face the competition ahead.
We need to do quite a bit in terms of rebranding. We need to do quite a bit in terms of repositioning. Because as you can see, the city is growing in leaps and bounds. It's growing tremendously, and this growth trajectory will continue for quite a while to come, because there's so many things we're doing.
President Benin Club 1931, Fred Iboy, led executives to inform the governor of the club's 90th year anniversary. He says members are happy with the governor's style of leadership. Governor Baseki is the first patron of the Benin Club.
Communication and use of proper channels have been highlighted as major tools in corporate community relations. This is coming from the stable of Okumu Oil Palm Company as it trains stakeholders in its host communities on ways of bridging communication gaps between them. Ivio Yahire was at the training center in the company's premises and reports that 37 students across the host communities received bursary awards.
One major issue corporate companies across the country usually face is community crisis in their place of operations. Research has shown that this arises due to improper dissemination of information. This issue oftentimes hinder the operations of the company and affecting the discharge of its corporate social responsibilities. The Okomu Oil Palm Company over time has faced such challenges, and to put an end to it, it gathered these stakeholders to train them on the various communication strategies and appropriate channels to convey wish lists, so as to maintain a cordial relationship between them and their hosts.
There are different channels of communication. It could be by oral communication, it could be by letters, writing faxes, writing memos, circulars, and all sorts. Then the non-verbal communications.
This is biannual. We do it twice every year, where we call the elders of the community, the ESCO. We interact with them. We exchange views on how there can be a symbiotic relationship between the company and the community, and that's what we do. We've been doing it consistently over the past maybe 10 years.
Participants were told that attaining peace and progress is a collective responsibility and that this leads to a win-win situation for all parties.
What we want them to give to us is a kind of peaceful atmosphere for us to work. In as much as we are doing all we are doing, we want their support. We want them to please put their eyes on ground for us to work against sabotage of the companies.
Now that they have been equipped with communication knowledge and strategies, they are sure to handle matters in a professional and responsible manner. As they say, the oil palm company is always keeping to its words.
I am not benefiting from Okumu personally, but my community per se is benefiting from the company.
When this issue of Okumu come to our community, many of our persons actually disregarded the fact that they are not going to do what they have promised. But since Okumu have started operating in our community, I think that we have been enjoying them.
The second part of the event saw students who are recipients of the 2021 Bursary Award put together by the company.
I really appreciate. Thank you for the Bursary Award. For now, they have paid my school fees for next semester. I'm very, very happy.
The Okomu Oil Palm Company partners 29 communities that cut across Ovia Southwest, Ovia Northeast, and Uwonde local government areas. From Udo, I am Ifye Oyahire, NTA News.
A reminder that you can reach out to NTA Benin Newsroom on any breaking news and happenings in Edo State. The number to call is 091-5355-9648. You can also send WhatsApp messages to the same number, 091-5355-9648. It's time for a break on the news update. Please stay tuned.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Rendeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other. Located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city. Truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities. Fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen. 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath. Enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Rendeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Rendeki Royal Hotel at 6 Uhenuyi Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.rendekihotels.com. Rendeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
Do you live in Aduawa and its environment? Or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your other events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters, TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art, fully air-conditioned, ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set to ensure constant power supply. We also have the NTA Pavilion for all your outdoors events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable. Locations are easily accessible. Venues conducive and highly secure. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your event live. And above all, you can air your event on our award-winning programs like Events and Style. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
You're welcome back. Come April 2022, Nigeria would have its own national carrier in the skies, Nigeria Air. Over 6.3 billion naira is to be expended on the project, which is aimed at enhancing the safety and security in Nigeria's maritime domain, as well as the Gulf of Guinea for economic development. State House correspondent Adam Sambu has details of this and other considerations from the Federal Executive Council meeting this Wednesday.
It's the sixth and perhaps the last time the Federal Executive Council under the Buhari presidency will be considering the outlined business case for the establishment of the national carrier.
Nigeria Air, which of course, if you remember back in time, this was subject to national debate, and 400,000 people participated to choose the name, the color, the logo, everything. And it was produced that time. And it was launched also in Farnborough as far back as 2018.
The structure of the proposed airline indicates that government will be owning not more than 5% of the equity share and 46% by Nigerian entrepreneurs. The remaining 49% will be held by what the minister called strategic equity partners to be sourced during the procurement phase of the project.
This airline, if started, and within the first few years will generate about 70,000 jobs. These 70,000 jobs, they are higher than the total number of civil servants that we have in the country. Its importance had been well discussed, but one important item is the AU Agenda 2063, which speaks to integration of Africa, which speaks to the commerce and trade within Africa, that is intra-Africa. The quickest way that you can integrate Africa is by air. Once the right policy is in place, like SATEM, you can connect Africa, and then of course the needed integration will happen.
Hadi Sirika also secured the Council's approval of a 1.49 billion naira contract for the provision of automated civil aviation regulatory equipment called the Truth Machine for the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Also approved by the Council is the award of contract for the provision of training, logistics, operational equipment and maintenance support under the Integrated National Surveillance and Waterways Protection Solution infrastructure in Nigeria.
This is more like a recurrent expenditure for the Deep Blue project. If you stop purchase of petroleum, payment of allowances, and the size that you need to insert cameras and all that, then it won't function. So that's what the seeks to achieve.
Over 6.3 billion naira is to be expended on the project aimed at enhancing the safety and security in Nigeria's maritime domain as well as the Gulf of Guinea for economic development. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
The production and marketing of counterfeit products in Nigeria has had a long history. The legislative intervention of the 9th Senate is set to reverse the trend. The legislators are considering a bill that seeks to protect owners of copyrights and trademarks and to provide stiffer penalties for defaulters. National Assembly correspondent Ignatius Onko reports.
Bikunle Amosun is leading this parliamentary movement against manufacture, sales and consumption of counterfeit products. The bill, which has passed second reading, is expected to ensure efficient prevention and prosecution of offenders while protecting trademark and consumers from unwholesome products.
The Counterfeit Bill 2021 also seeks to introduce measures to further protect owners of trademark against counterfeit of their goods, protect consumers from dangerous counterfeit goods, and ensure that appropriate revenue accrues to government from trademark owners of goods.
I think it can only increase internal production once we strengthen once we strengthen our laws and we've stopped or minimized the amount of counterfeit goods that come into the country.
The bill that seeks to repeal the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission Act 2005 and enact the Public-Private Partnership Regulatory Commission, sponsored by Senator Adamu Alero and the Institute of Border Studies, Kosubosu, Barotin, Kwara Establishment Bill, sponsored by Senator Sadiq Umar, also passed second reading.
It will address the security problem of our border communities. It will help to strengthen the nation's already porous borders in line with global standards.
Provide a revolving trust fund that shall enable project development funding, viability gap funding, and the creation of national PPP project libraries.
If you go to China today, all the roads you will see, no matter how short or long that road is, you will see a toll gate, and it's managed by an entity.
We need to encourage the private sector to participate in the development of infrastructure in our country.
Senate paid tribute to Umaru Sani, former clerk of both chambers of the National Assembly, who died a few days ago. From the National Assembly, Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Aggressive behavior, experts say, are attitudes which tend to violate social boundaries, create breakdown in human relationship, and cause low productivity in the society. But these behaviors can be controlled. Guests on Midweek Connect this Wednesday advised early medical attention as part of ways to control aggression in the society, especially when traces of aggression are noticed early. Ifeoma Okafor has an excerpt.
Aggressive behavior is becoming rampant in families and in the society. Most worrisome are the cases of physical and emotional harm to self and to others. NTA Benin Network Center, in 2 episodes in its program Midweek Connect, has brought to the fore the dangers associated with aggressive behavior, the effects to the society, and the factors that help to increase the behavioral pattern. This week, on popular demand, the station discussed the possible solutions to reducing aggressive behaviors. The guests, a consultant psychiatric and a sociologist, ruled out some of the solutions that can help people avoid aggressive behaviors.
So if it's actively aggressive, the first thing I put in my mind is I should be calm, I should be calculated, and I should take caution. So you don't confront the individual. You try to maintain eye-to-eye contact, and you try not to use provocative words. I see people trying to talk to an individual who's aggressive, and they're using provocative words. They're saying, why are you doing this? Stop it. Can't you control your anger? Those words are provocative and can even cause more aggressive behavior. So we are trying to use less provocative words, trying to maintain eye-to-eye contact. Then you avoid challenging the individual and avoid using threats. You are not going to threaten the individual and say, if you don't stop this behavior, we are going to do this and do that, or giving promises at that time. That's not the time to do that.
Assess people on the basis of who they say they are and what they do. There is no one Nigerian culture. Nigeria is made up of multiplicity of cultures. However, we pride ourselves as a united nation. The society breeds aggression by not establishing law and order. So it is still the CHAS, the CHAS law that talks about survival of the fittest. That's what trends in our society, such that if you don't have the physical wherewithal or you don't have the clouds around you, you are not likely to get ordinarily what is your right. In other societies, for example, when you get to the bus stop or bus station, you stay on the queue. In Nigeria, we don't know how to stay on the queue because it is not enforced. I remember in the 80s, during the time of Muhammadu Buhari, we stayed on queue. That was enforced. We began to behave well. When you go to the shopping mall, you stay on queue. That was taught us war engaged indiscipline. That brought some level of order to us. And it's not all the time that you use force to enforce order. You use moral suasion, you use persuasion, you use orientation, you use several other, like the media, this outfit, you use it to convince the people on why things should be. As it stands at the moment, our society, the Benin, for example, I use the passenger and driver situation in terms of transportation. The structure is aggressive in nature.
They believe if these are adhered to, the society will be a better place to live. In Benin, Ifoma Ukafo, NTA News.
Let's go on another break. We'll be right back.
This life I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex.
Hello there. Welcome to the newest lounge in the Asian city of Benin, Hyperion Lounge, a lounge with good food, music, drinks, karaoke, networking, exclusive for VVIP, and a relaxed environment to meet the right people. Hyperion Lounge is situated at rooftop floor, which has a panoramic view of the city. Visit us at 76 Akpakava Central Hotel, Efedosa Signature, opposite First Bank, Benin City. For seat reservation, call 091-5111-1123. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hyperion Central. Email info.hyperioncentral@gmail.com. All COVID-19 guidelines is strictly adhered. Hyperion Lounge, exclusivity redefined.
You're welcome back. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control has confirmed 141 new cases of COVID-19 in Nigeria. The 141 new cases were reported from 12 states, with Lagos recording 46, Benue 44, FCT 15, Katsina 12. Other states are Bauchi with 9 cases, Kano 4, Delta 3, Enugu, Kwara and Rivers 2 cases each, while Gombe and Plateau 1 case each. A total of 213,818 cases have been confirmed so far in Nigeria, with a number of 207,016 discharged persons, while 2,974 have died. It's time for sports. Let's join Clement Olorintoba for sports update.
Television Authority, NTA, a champion of the 2021 Swan Tennis events. At the final match involving two NTA staff, Chukwunoso Wabweze beat Dennis Amao 4-1 4-love to emerge winner, while Ndubweze Chidoka of FRCN defeated Salifu Usman of Leadership Newspaper 4-love to pick the third position.
NTA is there to promote sports, to develop sports, to encourage sports, and to take sports to another level.
We played well, but there are still room for improvement ahead of the forthcoming FEPSCA tournament. Action will resume Thursday after observing Wednesday as rest day in the ongoing National Volleyball Division 1 second phase matches at the Indoor Hall Package B section of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Kada Kings will be up against Caliphate Spikers of Sokoto, ABM of Katsina lock horns with Oluyole Spikers of Oyo, while the last match of the day will be between Kwara United VC and Spartans VC of Yola. The 4 matches decided on Tuesday. Oluyole Spikers lost 1-3 to Caliphate Spikers of Sokoto. ABM of Katsina were also beaten 0-3 by Spartan VC of Yola, while Wiki Spikers of Bochi narrowly edged past Kwara United VC 3-2. With sport updates, Clement Olorutoba, NT News.
That concludes today's news update. Join us again at 7 o'clock in the evening for the main news.